Madam Ambassador, thank you.
Thank you, Father Jerry. What an evening. I wish I could sing the Irish songs and dance. I really want to thank you so much. I'm really humbled. We are honored as Tanzania Embassy. I was telling Tim that it's not so often that I get to meet a wonderful group as this. I've heard so much every year about St. Patrick's Day. I always wish I could also go and join the parade, the beer. But tonight, you have given me the opportunity to be at the St. Patrick's Day. What a night. I don't want to make a speech. I'm so excited. But let me, first of all, thank Tim. Tim and his family, Claudette. I've seen the grandchildren. Everybody is dedicated to the Tanzanian Children Project. Join me in prayer of faith. Father Jerry, Father Honest, we couldn't do this without your blessings. In fact, when Father Honest came after you, he asked me, he said, have you prayed before you eat? I said, Father Jerry has done it for us. So we really appreciate your presence. But then I want sincerely to thank the members, the council members of the Knights of Columbus. I was asking Tim again, I said, I've never had any members in Tanzania. Let's have Knights of Columbus in Tanzania. I want to join it. And then he told me, he said, you know what? It's the fraternity group. It's for men only. I said, I can be associated member. But really, we want to thank you. It's not easy to express our gratitude. I was in Boston, had a big gathering, but it was not as cheerful as this. Because this was about cancer, how it affects our society, our women, our children. So when I was leaving Boston this afternoon, it was snowing so heavily. So our flight was late. They're trying to clear the way, but also clean up the aircraft. And then I was looking at my watch. I said, oh my God, I don't want to miss this St. Patrick's Day and Tanzania Children's Day. But God was with me. We managed to land on time. And I was late for just merely, I think, 20 minutes. Victor. So I really appreciate this. But then as I was on the plane, waiting for the plane to take off, I had a book. And this was about the book, the title was, My Name is Today. I was attracted to that book, so I bought it, and I read it in the plane. But then, since this is dedicated to the Tanzanian children, I want to seek your indulgence. Let me read a quote from that book. It says, and this was the writings of Gabriela Mistral, the Nobel Prize laureate. She said, we are guilty of many errors and many faults, but our worst crime is abandoning the children, neglecting the fountain of life. Here where she comes. She says, many things can wait, but children cannot. To them, we cannot answer tomorrow. Their name is today. And this is today. We're celebrating our children. You have dedicated this to the Tanzanian children. I know it is a fundraising team. I've been doing this and crowded with our band for the last, 4 years. But let me assure you, and allow me to call you the friends of Tanzania. Every cent, every single dollar is a life saved. It's a dollar that means a lot to the communities that team are supporting. You might find it's little. Father Jerry, you just, I think for another consecutive 2 years, 3 years, you have donated 500. You don't know what it means. Let me give you what it means. I'm not taking the $500. I never expected you to donate that here. But I was just going to the modest amount. If, say, you donate $50, you can provide primary education for a year to an orphan in Tanzania. The breakdown is as follows. $10 will buy a school supplies. She'll get it almost for the whole semester or more. $20 will buy her uniform. $15 will buy her shoes. $5 will provide snacks. And if she's in primary, she goes to secondary school. This is what you call high school here. For an orphan, $200 in a government school is enough to pay for school fees for the whole year. If she graduates from the high school and goes to college, $1,100 can educate her in a community college for a year. So this was just to appreciate what you have been giving back to our communities. It means a lot. Tanzania is big. It's not the size of the United States, but it is big. It's about 365,000 miles. So where Tim and Claudette are, it's a tiny place. For me, when I was asking him, he knows the geography of that area than myself. Because I come from they are in the northeast, and we're from the northwest. And luckily, because I'm a rural girl, I come from the rural area, the village. I grew up in the village, but I went to school. Of course, when you get to college, you go to the cities. But every year when I go for holiday, I go back home, and that's my home village. So when I get home, every December, I look at my relatives, my village mates, and that's when I measure to see if what we are doing has impact. What the United States government is doing, if it has impact, I measure it with my village. So with the team putting up a dispensary, it's a clinic. But I'm sure the needs are so many, but they said, okay, let's put a dispensary. Let's put an orphanage. Because the orphanage, then they will be able at least to be treated in that clinic. The parents, those who are supporting, they will have at least good health. But then they have even gone further. They said these orphans need to go to school. It's not given. Now to see you here tonight, it's about life-changing. for the most disadvantaged children. What you take for granted here, it is what everybody is craving for. They might not get it. It's not a right. I want also to share with you, I think it was last month, the children, there was an outbreak of measles here. It was all over the news. But what shocked me was that the parents had the right to say no to an immunization. For this child to get a shot, it is my right to say no. But for the children back home, it is their right, but then they never get it. They have no access. They have no access to this life-saving vaccine. But for the US, it's a choice. Theirs is really a right, and they cannot get access. So with that clinic, which you are supporting, it will really save a life. Because you don't get this vaccine until you go to a clinic. A clinic that would have, and the team was telling me that they are trying to put power. They put up a building, there's no power. They were shocked. There's no electricity. You have a clinic. You need to store these vaccines. You need to sterilize injections because they don't have disposable, but there's no electricity. So team is here trying to fundraise to put up electricity, which for here is taken for granted. But it's a clinic which has no power. But I also thank the American people. You have a big heart. You have a heart of giving. Sometimes people back home, they always see America through the prism of a government in wars, in Iraq. That's what they know of America. I always tell them, I said, I wish you could see the Americans, the real you call the Americans. They are very generous people. They are so loving. They open up their hearts. They open up their doors. They open up their homes for the people they don't even know. I can go on and on because I can't find the right words to thank you. In Tanzania, we have one strong word. We say it in Swahili. Swahili is the language that is spoken widely in Tanzania. We only thank by saying, asante, asante, asanteni sana. This is thank you, thank you, thank you very much. God bless you all. Thank you.
I've been trying to say that for 5 years. You didn't give me that kind of applause. A few gifts for our ambassador. Hold on. You know, you can't join the Knights of Columbus necessarily, but you know, you can join the Tanzania Kaylee band. We're going to make you a member of the band, okay?
Oh, great. Thank you. Can we dance?
And we have a couple more gifts for you, please.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you.
This here is a clock. It's called, is it Bellic? Bellic. It's keeps Irish time, which means you're pretty much always late. So if you ever have to go somewhere that you don't want to, you want to show up late, just use this clock. It'll get you there late all the time, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So much. Thank you.
One more thing.
One more. Wow.
Yeah, one more. Now, the ambassador was telling you all about the dispensary we have built, but we still need to do some things about. Put the solar electricity on it, and after that, maybe even help a little with paying for some of the staffing, the salaries of the staffing. This is a picture of it right here. You can go to our website, tanzaniakids.org. Maybe we should sell these, make some money. I don't know, but this is for the ambassador to take back with her, and I hope you'll hang it up somewhere.
Oh, sure. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And if you allow me, just to introduce you to the Tanzanians who are also here and wanted to express gratitude through me. Dr. Mkama, can you stand and say asante sana? Dr. Mkama is, I always say, is my right hand. He tells me where to go and where not to go. But the good thing, he tells me to go to the right places. And then we have with us, and we are privileged and blessed to have our Tanzania pastor, priest, Father Honest Mnishi. It is a parish that is not far from here. You said it's only, 30 minutes drive? St. Edward? Yeah, it's not far. But the good thing, and I'm sure that's what attracted him to come here, join me, where they are breeding this dispensary, it's not far from where he comes from. So he can easily connect. So thanks again. Asante sana, team. Asante sana, Claudette. Asante sana. Thank you.